Hey guys, it's your boy Wolfie. Now, the final patch for Outriders just came out, and this is the last patch into the expansion pack next year. It's called the Endgame 2.0 patch. It's supposed to change the way we play Endgame and everything revolving around it. And the too long didn't read. The question you guys are probably here to get answered: should I come back and play, or should I play for the first time? And the answer's kind of mixed. If you were bored before, you're gonna still be bored now. It's just more of the same. If you really enjoyed the game and you were just itching for new content, itching for new builds, then this is a perfect patch for you, because it not only changes the way we think about Endgame, but it also adds more build diversity with removal of things like the expedition timer and the buffs to certain builds and skills, along with the buffs to certain mods. It's definitely widening the gap, and the bugs that we remember being in the game months ago aren't in the game anymore. It's a much more pleasant experience. So if you really was looking for a reason to come back to maybe enjoy yourself for a weekend or even a week, if you're really into trying new builds and have every single character maxed like I do, then yeah, it's a perfect time to come back. And if you've never played the game before, I can't think of a better time to come back and play. The game is a lot more polished than it was before. A lot of the little minuscule bugs that were annoying before, and even some of the problematic design choices from the game have been reverted or changed. It's a great time, and if you're worried about not having friends to play, that's okay. This entire game can be played solo, and it's made to be able to do so. And if you don't want to do that, there's also a matchmaking option, and if there was ever a time where players were coming back to play the game, it would be now. So should you play the game for the first time now? Sure. It's a great game. It's fun. Just know what you're getting into. It's a looter shooter. You're going there for builds. You're not going there for some crazy new age thing. You know what I mean? It's like a Mass Effect looter game. It's really fun and enjoyable. So yes, unless you were bored with the old game, I definitely suggest coming back. Now let's go back. Let's go into the game and talk about all the changes. All right, so let's talk about the few changes that are happening in the hub. First and foremost, buffs across the board. All classes got buffed in their own way. Skills got lower cooldowns. Some skills do more damage. Some skills react a little differently. Mods got changed. Set bonuses got buffed. Just everything across the board. Look at the link in the description to find out what those changes are, but they're definitely going to encourage new builds. The next most important thing on the list, which is arguably the most important thing on the list, they added Transmog to the game. So now you don't have to choose between doing big D DPS and looking sexy. You could just do both. You can change it whenever you want, but it has to be the same type. So like your weapon has to be the same type of weapon. You can't make an automatic shotgun or like an assault rifle or a sniper or a pistol. It has to be another automatic shotgun. Armor, on the other hand, kind of got a little bit of leeway. Just because you're a pyromancer doesn't mean you can't equip the trickster gear. You can take the look. It's fantastic. So you're not just limited to your set bonuses for your class, which is awesome. I love this. There's like no limitations on this, and this is great. I kind of wish it was out for release, but better late than never. Awesome. Next one we got is Tiago, which is a vendor that we bought legendaries from. Got a huge quality of life change. Now, not only does he sell those legendaries we had before, but he cycles through legendaries now instead of it being locked into those legendaries. Not only can you do that, but you can randomly roll a legendary, kind of like a gacha game, and just get a random legendary with random stats for a cheaper price than the regular legendaries if you feeling lucky. Or you can re-roll the entire list of loot by just pressing the button, and all of a sudden, bam, you just get a new list of loot. And the only limitation for that is how many resources you have. So if you just play the game, this is a whole other way to farm legendaries, just in case you don't have that much time or you're just getting unlucky like some people have. This is awesome. This is just making the game more accessible. This is just more reason for new players to play the game. Awesome. Love this. This is looking great for the expansion that's coming out next year, because if the expansion is a whole new game, this is just going to be great. That's awesome. It's fantastic. Makes life so much easier. And then the big change you guys are all waiting for. Expedition timers are gone. Loot is now distributed based on the average length of how long it takes to finish a level. So while you might be able to clear Boomtown in 4 minutes or 3 minutes, it technically gives less loot than a place like Stargrave, because Stargrave just naturally takes longer. So now you're not only encouraged to play the fastest builds, you can make a defensive build, a supporty build, you can play with your friends and take 30 minutes per level and not be negatively affected. This is fantastic. This means that every single person's build is viable in their own way as long as they can finish the level. This is great. It's a single player game. You should just be able to have fun. I agree with this change. Whether this adds fun for you or takes away fun for you is a completely different conversation. It's up to you to decide. But I personally like this. It doesn't negatively affect me at all, and I get to just play the game. They've also increased the legendary drop rate by 100%. They've doubled the drop rates for legendaries. So you're definitely going to see more drops, even on the fast maps. So do what you will with that. And not only did they do that, but Eye of the Storm, when you finish it, now gives you 3 legendaries that you can choose one from, plus the drops that you get from the boss fight as is. So now you even get to have even more choices and decisions when you finish it. So you guaranteed drops every time you finish Eye of the Storm. Fantastic. That's not enough. They even added new expeditions, and they all have bosses. Remember that cool little spider boss? She is now in an expedition. She is actually annoyingly difficult to play against based on your build. She is not fun to play against if you're using one of the augmented bullet builds. Let me tell you, I ran into her accidentally, not knowing she was there, and that was a long 10-minute fight. At least there's ammo in the level, so you don't run out of ammo. But yeah, no, I've been having a blast, enjoying fighting the new bosses. You don't two-shot them, even if you have a full Akari build and a Pyro, etc. They do take some time to kill. I'm having a good time. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a good time. And if I ever had to give a recommendation for new players to play it, now would be the time to play this game. Seriously, it's great. I'm gonna put some footage on after to let you guys see an entire mission get played through, so you guys can see the drop rates, etc. See how more powerful we are, see the new damage numbers, etc. from the enemies to you, and just you guys can choose or decide on yourself if you want to play or not. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you really enjoyed the video, smash that like button and hit that little notification bell to know when we put more videos out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like the patch? Do you not like the patch? Do you think it's worth coming back? Do you not think it's worth coming back? Let me know. If you guys want to hang out with me live, I stream 6 days a week, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. We're now doing variety games after 6 a.m. So if you want to watch Outriders or some other games that we play from like 6 to 9, I'm starting to stream other games. Feel free to stop by that, or if you want to watch SMITE, come by between 12 and 6. Follow my links, the Twitter, Instagram, etc. Thank you guys very much. I hope to see you guys again. Deuces, my friends.